How does the EU compare to the BRICS? What does the inclusion of the UAE and Saudi Arabia into BRICS signify for the global energy markets and geopolitical dynamics? And how will the EU's green transition challenges and BRICS' strategic focus on economic expansion shape the future of international economic cooperation and sustainability efforts? Join us as we delve into these pressing questions, unraveling the intricate web of economic strategies, environmental policies, and the potential for a multipolar world order. Stay tuned as we explore the vast agricultural landscapes of BRICS versus Europe. Discover the intriguing contrasts and opportunities that lie ahead in this evolving global narrative. Before we dive deeper, would you mind showing some love by hitting the like button? It really helps us reach more amazing viewers like you. A huge thank you for your support. Economy. The European Union and the BRICS nations present contrasting economic outlooks for 2024. The EU is forecasting a modest GDP growth rate of 1.4%, indicating a cautious optimism amidst various challenges, including political uncertainties and ambitious environmental agendas. This growth reflects a complex landscape influenced by factors such as inflation rates, interest rate policies by the European Central Bank, and geopolitical tensions, including trade relationships with major partners like the United States and China. Notably, the EU's green transition efforts, aimed at making Europe the first climate-neutral continent by 2050, encounter both political and economic hurdles, suggesting a nuanced path forward for the bloc's economic aspirations. In contrast, the BRICS nations, with their expanded membership, are poised to underscore their growing economic influence, contributing to approximately 29% of the world's GDP. This expansion not only enhances the bloc's economic power, but also diversifies its contributions across various sectors, including natural resources, thereby reinforcing its position as a pivotal player in the global economy. The BRICS' strategic focus on broadening their economic base, coupled with individual countries' growth trajectories, particularly India and China's rapid development, sets a dynamic stage for their future economic performance and their role in shaping global economic trends. The inclusion of the UAE and Saudi Arabia into the BRICS bloc marks a significant shift in the global economic landscape. For Saudi Arabia, joining BRICS aligns with its Vision 2030 diversification agenda, leveraging its status as a major oil exporter to expand beyond oil-driven economic growth. The kingdom's economy, noted for its significant growth in 2022, demonstrates its economic vitality and potential to contribute substantially to the BRICS' collective economic prowess. The focus on developing its non-oil economy underscores a strategic pivot towards broader, sustainable economic development. The UAE's entry into BRICS is anticipated to bolster various sectors, including trade, investment, technology, and finance, reflecting the country's multifaceted economic strengths. The UAE's strategic location and its established role as a global commercial hub are expected to enhance the BRICS bloc's economic dynamics. Moreover, the emphasis on increasing trade in local currencies among BRICS nations could reduce reliance on the US dollar, signaling a move towards greater financial autonomy within the bloc. This shift has the potential to redefine trade and investment flows, offering new growth avenues for the UAE's diversified economy. Furthermore, the membership of these two Persian Gulf economies in BRICS represents a broader geopolitical and economic strategy to form a multipolar world order. Saudi Arabia and the UAE's inclusion is likely to enhance the bloc's bargaining power in global energy markets and strengthen their geopolitical stance. It reflects a collective ambition to foster economic resilience, diversify trade partnerships, and enhance global influence, challenging the traditional dominance of Western economic paradigms. Now it is your turn. What are the major challenges of the BRICS in 2024? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Political and economic challenges. The European Union's green transition, while ambitious, faces a myriad of political and economic challenges as it aims to become the first climate-neutral continent by 2050. These challenges include political resistance, the need for significant investment in green technologies, and concerns over competitiveness, especially in light of geopolitical tensions and dependencies on countries like China for materials and technologies. The EU's plans involve major policy shifts, including a comprehensive carbon border adjustment mechanism to ensure imported products pay a carbon price, stringent CO2 standards for vehicles with a goal of zero emissions from new cars by 2035, and significant investment in renewable energy infrastructure and energy efficiency. These measures underscore the EU's commitment to leading a green industrial revolution and cleaning its energy system. But achieving these goals requires navigating complex political landscapes, mobilizing substantial public and private investment, and ensuring a just transition that does not leave affected regions and sectors behind. In contrast, BRICS nations are focusing on expanding their economic influence through natural resource contributions, notably from new members such as Saudi Arabia and Iran. This focus on economic growth and resource exploitation highlights a different approach to global challenges, with less emphasis on the stringent environmental standards and green transition goals that characterize the EU strategy. The BRICS bloc aims to leverage its combined economic power and natural resources to strengthen its position on the global stage, potentially offering an alternative model of development that prioritizes economic expansion and energy security, often with less immediate focus on environmental sustainability. Agricultural comparison. The agricultural sectors of the BRICS nations and the European Union reflect their distinct economic structures, political ambitions, and global positioning, with notable differences in their dependencies on external sources. The BRICS countries have a significant impact on global agriculture due to their substantial agricultural output and trade. These nations are home to a large agrarian community, relying heavily on agriculture for livelihoods. The diversity within BRICS in terms of agricultural productivity and policies is vast, with each country having its strengths in different commodities. The EU's agricultural sector is highly developed and supported by the Common Agricultural Policy, CAP-BAO, which aims to support farmers, promote sustainable agriculture, and ensure food security within the bloc. The EU's agriculture is characterized by a high degree of technological advancement and regulatory standards, focusing on quality, environmental sustainability, and food safety. The BRICS countries are both major producers and consumers of agricultural products. Their dependency on external sources varies by country, with some like Brazil being major exporters of soy, meat, and sugar, while others may rely on imports for certain commodities. The BRICS are striving to reduce their dependency on the global financial system dominated by the US dollar by promoting trade in local currencies and establishing the new development bank to support developing nations. Let's, as an example, consider some of the agricultural advantages of the BRICS new members, which can further strengthen the bloc. Iran. Iran's agricultural strengths present significant potential contributions to the BRICS bloc, leveraging its robust agriculture sector. Iran's diverse climate allows for a variety of crops, including cereals like wheat and barley, fruits such as dates, figs, and pomegranates, and nuts, including pistachios, for which it is the world's largest producer. The country's expertise in cultivating saffron, accounting for a major share of the global output, along with its significant production of rice and sugar beets, places it in a strong position to contribute to the agricultural diversity and food security within BRICS. Iran's inclusion in BRICS is seen as a strategic move to counterbalance Western economic sanctions, providing Tehran with alternative markets and financial systems less reliant on the Western-dominated global banking system. This membership aligns with Iran's efforts to forge stronger ties with non-Western economies, offering BRICS access to its substantial natural resources, including significant oil and gas reserves. Iran's extensive experience in navigating sanctions and developing independent trade mechanisms can offer valuable insights into creating more resilient economic structures within the bloc. As we conclude our exploration into the evolving landscapes of the European Union and BRICS nations, we're reminded of the complexities and interconnectedness of global economic, environmental, and agricultural dynamics. The EU's steadfast journey towards climate neutrality by 2050, despite facing significant political and economic challenges, underscores the bloc's commitment to sustainable development and environmental stewardship. On the other hand, the BRICS bloc, bolstered by the inclusion of the UAE and Saudi Arabia, is set to amplify its global economic influence, reshaping energy markets, and creating new paradigms of international cooperation. The strategic integration of Iran and Egypt into BRICS not only diversifies the bloc's agricultural and economic portfolio, but also signifies a collective move towards a multipolar world, challenging the dominance of Western economic models. As we look to the future, it's clear that the paths of the EU and BRICS will have profound implications for global economic governance, trade relationships, and environmental policies. The efforts of the EU to navigate its green transition and the strategic expansion of BRICS highlight a world in flux, moving towards greater economic diversity and multipolarity. Thank you for joining us in this insightful exploration. We're deeply grateful you joined us today. If our content touched or inspired you, kindly show your support with a like and consider subscribing to stay connected with our community. Your support means everything to us.